gonna hop in the subie, and then we're gonna see if this thing starts.
You ready?
All right, boys. Moment of truth. Go for it. Maybe. All right, turn her off. She's leaking some coolant. It's really low on gas, and we might be thinking that's why it's not running so good, and obviously the car hasn't ran in a little bit, but we ran here getting some gas just to fill her up, top her up, because the thing does say it's on E. We're gonna go with it and get some more gas. Obviously it doesn't hurt. We weren't even thinking old gas. So Andrew's pumping some gas now, then we're gonna head back and then start the subie, and hopefully she runs a little bit better. We're kind of nervous still, but you know, it is what it is. At least she starts up. So yeah, let's get some gas and then try her again. Hey buddy, you taking her for a whip today?
Oh yeah.
Enjoy her, bud. Treat her safe. We got the gas. Now we're gonna try and start it up again. We spilled a little bit of coolant, so there's a little bit of smoking. Are you hitting the gas? Don't hit it. Alright guys, so it's the next day. As you guys saw, the subie runs. Now she doesn't run perfectly because the blow-off valve doesn't even fit. Like we said before, it's messed up and they puttied it on, so it doesn't fit this way. We have to leave it like this. But the reason why it wasn't sounding the best was because it was getting too much air in because the blow-off valve wasn't on perfectly. We have to hold it a certain way for it to work. But she runs, she sounds healthy. We listened to her, she sounds perfectly good. We're getting a new blow-off valve soon. We're gonna tell you guys which one it is, but it's coming and probably in the next subie video. We'll be putting a blow-off valve in, but Andrew's gonna start her up now. We're gonna move it forward because we're gonna be trying to get the rear lights to work and to see if the front lights work. So Andrew's gonna start it up now. I'm gonna hold the blow-off valve, and then just hear her run. Listen to that baby purr. Give her a little rev ski.
Alright guys, so the subie started as Josh said, and like he said, all we need is blow off valve for it, so that will be the next Subaru video, like Josh said, of course. We're not going to tell you what it is, we are just going to show you guys next Subaru video, so that could be next week, could be the week after, but we will see. So for today's video, we wanted to show you that it started, and we just wanted to get a couple things that we want to get done to the car that need to be done. We just wanted to throw it into one video. So we're gonna paint up the intercooler, make it red and black, and then also do an S-Boy stencil. Today we don't have a stencil, so we're just gonna do the red and black part, but we will do that at some point. We're gonna paint some things from the engine bay, like the fuse box cover, because the guy before us did this in blue, but as you can see, it's peeling. So we're gonna paint that up, sand it down. We're also gonna sand and paint the battery holder, and there's a couple brackets I'm sure that we'll take off that are looking crusty. The other thing, we're gonna plug in the headlights to make sure those work, because we haven't actually tested that before. And we're also going to try our best. This trunk does not unlatch, and we're not gonna try and make it necessarily like work, but we're gonna do these taillights to plug in the bulbs and stuff, because for some reason the guy who had the car before took them off. So we are going to fix that and hopefully get the taillights and headlights working today, along with a couple little things. Like I said, the front coilover passenger side is a little messed up, so we're gonna try and fix that. We're just gonna do things that, you know, need to be done but weren't individually worth a video. We're just adding it all into one. So for starters, let's get into sanding down these pieces and painting it up.
Alright guys, so it's the next day. We were painting the intercooler, a couple last coats on that. We also got the stencil. It started raining yesterday, so we just kind of gave up on painting it because it was raining and everything like that. But we're here the next day doing the last coat on that. We're going to take off our other intercooler because we have two. This is the one our buddy gave us, so we painted this one up. We're going to see if this one works or not. If not, then we'll just paint this one and everything like that and put this one on. But we're going to try this one for now. So we're going to take the old one off. You guys have already seen us take that off multiple times. So we'll just throw you on the time lapse and then take it off and then get into finishing up the new one and then installing that one. Alright guys, so the paint is drying over there. We're gonna try and install the headlights now. We have to do a couple wiring and just see if they at least turn on or anything, because Buddy didn't even have them hooked up. They were just sitting on there when we picked up the car. So we want to see if the headlights at least work. They're really ugly right now, and of course we'd restore them down the road, but we just want to see if they like turn on and everything. So we're gonna get into putting them on and seeing at least if they start and turn on.
Alright guys, so the headlights we just plugged in, as you guys saw in that time lapse, and they do work. If Josh turns them on, they're a little bit hard to tell because of the daylight, but like there's the blinkers working. They obviously work a little fast, so we'll have to fix that. But the runners and even the high beams do work, so everything works, so that's a plus. They're not mounted on, obviously. We have a lot to work on before we can mount them on, but we wanted to make sure they work. We're gonna try and maybe figure out the taillights. We haven't decided if we're going to yet, but if we do, we have to pull out the rear seats and go up in the trunk, because the trunk that's on there is not the stock trunk that came with the car, so it doesn't pop open. So yay to us, but we'll try and figure that out. It's a relief knowing that the headlights do work though, so that's one thing off the checklist. Like Josh said, we'll do a restoration on them, but for right now it's just a weight off our chest knowing that they do work. So let's get into finishing up this intercooler. Now that these work, we're gonna also pump up the tires just because they always lose air, and then ideally that should be the end of the video, but we will show you guys the finished product, the intercooler, and what the engine bay looks like and everything. So yeah, let's get into it.
I'm so in love with you. You got me down again.
Alright guys, so it's all painted up. Me and Andrew are super happy with it. It looks super good. The red really pops. And we were kind of scared that it might have not looked the best, but it looks super good, guys. We're super happy with it. So we're really going to clean up the engine bay. We have big plans of getting rid of like these blue things, and like we said in many videos, we have big plans for the engine bay. I know this is like, we're kind of like putting like makeup on a pig right now, but you know, it looks super good. We're super happy with it. But we're going to install this. We'll just put you on the time lapse like we said again. We'll just put you guys on the time lapse and install this intercooler. Alright guys, so we got the intercooler on. It looks super good. Now we're going to try and get the rear lights done. Andrew is emptying out all the random pieces of the subie we have in our trunk, or at least our back seat at least, just so we can get into our trunk. He's getting all the pieces out. We have tons of random stuff back there. it's kind of just our, pretty much is just part storage right now. So he's emptying all the random shit we just have laying in there so we can get into the back to get in the trunk. We haven't even really seen these seats clean. We're gonna do an interior clean sooner than later because it's disgusting in there. But let's just get into moving the car up a little bit so we can get to the trunk and then finally see what the trunk looks like. We've only really looked in there for the seat. We never even have it open. So let's get an opening the trunk and then doing those lights. All right, we cleaned out the back seat a little bit. It's disgusting. There's a random bottle there, but we're saving that for the interior clean for you guys. But let's just look back in here. Looks like a fucking horror movie back there, boys.
Yeah, it's gonna be great, boys. So I'm gonna hope, because this is a different trunk, there's that lever there for if you ever got kidnapped, you know. So I'm gonna try and hit that. If that doesn't work, I don't know what the heck's gonna work, but we're gonna try and get this. I might just have to take off the whole mechanism. I am not excited to crawl into here, but might as well do it, and we might as well see if these taillights work, because we want to know if there's wiring issues or not. So I guess let's just get into it. Might get a little graphic here, boys, but
Yep. I don't know, man. You're pretty skinny.
yeah. Holy shit!
Are you getting her?
I'm in.
Oh, okay, wait. The wing's on. The wing. Wait a second. All right, boys. Hold up. Pulling the wing out. There we go. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, dude. That's disgusting.
There's freaking apple peel back here.
Andrew got it open. It's a little graphic in there right now, but he got her open.
No, I know, but
Can you fit?
I don't know if my will fit. That's my struggle.
Yeah, I don't think fit.
Oh my god, the 8th.
Well, this got more graphic than we were thinking, boys. Oh, boys.
Good to know I can fit through a 2002 WRX rear seat.
Guys, we're going to look at the wiring harness now. Andrew's going to take it out. The guy we bought the car from is the one that took it out. He also gave us a wiring harness for the backlights. We've never looked at Subie's backlights, so this just kind of looks like a jumbo. We don't even know these wiring harnesses work. He didn't really explain it to us, but he kind of just gave it and threw it in with us. So we're going to see.
We're gonna try our best and see if these even work. Like, there's missing bulbs and everything, but we're gonna see if these bulbs turn on. We're not gonna put them in the taillights or anything. We're just gonna see if the bulbs even turn on or anything when we plug them in, and then we'll kind of see what bulbs. Okay guys, so like I was saying, our camera cut out, so there might be a little cut here, but we're just gonna plug them into the harnesses and we're gonna see what bulbs work, what don't, see if the wiring even does work. Like Josh mentioned, the guy just kind of threw them in. I'm not really sure why they were unplugged in the first place, but they were. So let's get into just plugging them in, see if they work. And like I said at the start of this video, this is just a whole bunch of little things, knickknacks that we wanted to see to just kind of start out. Because now that it's getting nicer out, it's pissing rain out right now, but when it's nice out, it's about to be May. We really want to dive right into this car and start making it the dream car that we want to make it. But for right now, we just wanted to make sure that we have a steady base to go with. So let's get into plugging these in, make sure that they all work. And if they do, fingers crossed, then that's basically all of our electrical that works other than our head unit, but we'll just install that another day. But so yeah, let's just make sure that these rear lights work just like the front.
We have a couple bulbs. The one bulb's working, but blinkers are working. That blinker's working. Switch to the other. Other blinker's working.
Okay. Runnings work. What about anything there?
Nothing there.
Nothing there. The only other one's reverse, is it not? Running. Brake. Brake.
Yes. Got a brake light. Brake lights are working.
Good.
Yep.
And then the only other one's reversing.
Yeah. All right. Well, pretty much all the bulbs are working, so that's a plus.
Good to know that our electrical is not totally screwed up on this car. That's one thing that might be going with us. So yeah, like I said, this is a good starting base for our car. Hope you guys like the intercooler, and we know that it was kind of boring content with the lights, but we wanted to throw it in because we do want to show you guys the whole process and show you guys this car being built from the ground up. Because as you guys know, if you've seen our first video when we got this thing, it was looking pretty rough. Obviously doesn't look that much better now, but we're at least figuring the ins and outs of this car. The engine starts up fine, as you guys saw. We've had it idling here and there, and it's idled for like 10-15 minutes. no problems at all. We did kind of keep that from you guys for a while because we posted a couple videos in between our last subie video, but she does run. The engine is healthy, sounds mint. We did get it Carfax. It only has 140,000 kilometers on that thing, so it's very low kilometers. So it should be healthy for a long time coming. We're gonna fix that damage, then we're gonna get into cleaning, and then hopefully that will start after we do all the dirty work. We'll get into mods, so stay tuned for all that, guys. Please keep tuned with this build because we do want to see you guys see it be built from the ground up. And yeah.
One thing that we don't know why it's on, but for the license plate light, it stays on when the battery's running. We don't know why that does it.
Yeah.
But whenever you leave the car just running, even when the light's turned off, that just stays on. I don't know if it's wired up differently or something.
Probably
they just tried something.
Likely is. We have to undo the battery for that to turn off, so that's annoying every time because it resets every single thing. But whatever, it is what it is. This car is kind of annoying in general, so we're getting into it.
Guys, so we found out they work, so we're gonna put them in just to see what they look like in these, and we might as well just put them in because we know the wiring works and everything like that. So we're gonna put you guys on time lapse, put the bulbs in. It's nothing serious, but we're just gonna put the bulbs in and then see what they look like in the actual taillights because we know they work now, so we didn't put them in for nothing. And all the wires look good. We looked at them, so let's put the bulbs in and then see what they look like.
Okay guys, so as you guys can see, the taillights worked in that time lapse. Something's weird, like Josh talked about. We know that they're in the wrong spots. We just kind of put the bulbs in. But along with these lights, these two lights also stay on. And Josh can show you guys the keys are out of the car. The lights are off. The only way that these come off is if the battery is unplugged. So maybe that's why the guy who had this car before took them completely out. But who knows? Like, there was no battery in this car when we bought it anyway. So I don't know. There's multiple different reasons. So also a little disclaimer that we're gonna do. It's a little inside joke for all of our videos to come. This car obviously has had its owners. We checked the Carfax and there's at least over like 7 or 8 owners in this car. And this is nothing against the guy we bought the car from. He was a beauty. He has really cool cars. I still talk to him. He's a great guy. If he's watching, you're a beauty. But we call, it's a little inside joke between me and Josh. We just kind of say buddy boy Jimbo for random stuff and random problems that have gone wrong with this car. And like I said, that's not the guy who we bought the car from, but the previous owners before him. So we're gonna do a little thing called buddy boy Jimbo's random shit. And there's gonna be a little counter at the bottom, especially when we're like cleaning stuff, because there's a huge amount of random crap and random stuff that's weird about this car. So that's what that's gonna be called. There's gonna be a little counter on every video. So number one of Buddy Boy Jimbo's random shit is in this trunk. There's this wire thing, and apparently Buddy Boy Jimbo towed with this car. I wouldn't make any sense if he had this for like a sub or something, but like it literally says 2 car, 2 trailer, and a whole bunch of towing crap. It's gross, it's disgusting, and there's no other word to describe it but Buddy Boy Jimbo shit. So this is number one, and I'm sure there will be tons more coming. But yeah, so when you see that counter, that's what it is. This is the heritage of that counter, and this is the first one, some random towing thing. I don't know why you'd want to tow with a 2002 WRX, but anyway guys, that's the end of today's video. Thought I'd throw that in so you guys aren't confused with the counter for anyone who is actually watching our videos weekly, and we do appreciate you if you are doing that. Please guys, I've also noticed in our analytics, half of you guys are not subscribed to our channel, so please hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, because that will help us out tremendously, and it will give us the support and want to keep making the videos. We hit 1,000 a couple weeks ago, and that just feels amazing. We want that number to keep growing because we want to be able to go big and make this subie build as perfect as possible. So thank you guys for watching all our videos. We mean that from the bottom of our heart. We'll see you guys next week. Check out our Instagram and TikTok, sboys_TV. We'll see you guys later.